Hello and welcome to all students. This is SY BSc class semester 2nd paper 1 calculus 4 Riemann integration, and today we are going to see a new topic in the Riemann integration, integral as a limit of sum and limit of sum as an integral. There is another way of defining Riemann integration. So let I be let so we define that Riemann integration in another way. So write the definition. Let I is equal to integration over a to b of the function f, okay, comma, and okay, function f belongs to RAB, means function f is Riemann integrable on closed interval AB if for a small epsilon, if for given epsilon greater than 0 there exists a delta greater than 0 such that norm of subdivision sigma is less than delta and xr belongs to IR is chosen arbitrary arbitrary so such that whenever norm of subdivision sigma is less than delta, this implies that mod of summation f of xr into mod of IR, means modulus of IR minus I is less than epsilon. Okay, so this is the definition of a Riemann integrable function in terms of epsilon and delta. So here function f is Riemann integrable on closed interval AB if for any given epsilon greater than 0 there exists delta greater than 0 such that whenever norm of subdivision sigma is less than delta and xr is belongs to IR, it is chosen arbitrary. This must imply that the distance between this sum and this sum, the modulus of sum minus integration I, that is must be less than epsilon. Less than epsilon means it is summation of f of xr into mod of IR and I, they are approximately equal, but I is the nothing but the integration. So as this integration is approximately equal to sum, okay, approximately equal to sum, we can write this thing next in the next step. Okay, so let us go to the note down. Okay, so here integration over a to b of the function f is equal to, we know that it is equal to I, and that I is equal to limit, from above definition we can write limit of norm of sigma tends to 0 and limit of summation of f of x r into length of subinterval ir, and this r runs from 1 to n. Okay, so again we can write this definition like this: is equal to limit n tends to infinity, so number of subintervals tends to infinity, limit of summation of f of x r into length of subinterval ir r runs from 1 to n. Okay, so this is the definition of integral as a limit of sum. Okay, integral as a limit of sum. So we write inside the bracket integral as a limit of sum as limit of sum. Okay, so let us take one example. Let us take one example. Let us take one example. Let f of x be is a bounded function. Let f of x be bounded function on closed interval 0 comma 1, and let sigma be the subdivision of closed interval ab, and the points of subdivision are 1 upon n, 2 upon n, comma 3 upon n, comma dot dot dot, and last point is n upon n, and it is equal to 1. So these are the points of that subdivision. Then how to write integration over closed interval 0 to 1, or integration over closed interval 0 to 1 of the function f, and it is equal to I equal to, it is limit as n tends to infinity, and from the above definition it is equal to limit of summation of f of x r into mod of ir, and r runs from 1 to n. Okay, so in this definition let us take, that is important substitution is here, important substitution. Take xr is equal to r upon n, and we know that in this subdivision mod of IR means length of each sub interval is 1 upon n. Okay, is 1 upon n. Okay, so 1 upon n works as the integral. Okay, so we can say here now once again we can say here limit of summation it gives integration. Now once again we write here limit as n tends to infinity of the summation of f of r upon n as n r runs from 1 to n into 1 upon n is equal to integration over 0 to 1 of the function f of x dx. Okay, so based on this let us try to solve some examples. Okay, let us try to solve some examples. Let us take one question. Just take one question now. Question is evaluate integration over 0 to 1 of the function x dx. Okay, that integration is very simple. We can calculate easily. X square by 2, 0 to 1, so 1 half. Integration is 1 half. So value of the integration is 1 half. Okay, but we try to solve by using the above formula. Limit of sum is equal to integration, like this. So our integration is nothing but limit of sum of the function. So let's take some subdivision. So let us write the answer of this question. Let us write the answer. So here given we have given the closed interval 0 to 1, and let sigma be the partition or subdivision of, let us take sigma is equal to subdivision of closed interval 0 1 0 1 upon n 2 upon n 3 upon n, like this, and finally we take n upon n means equal to 1. So this is the subdivision of closed interval 0 comma 1, okay, into n sub intervals, and into n sub intervals. Therefore the length of each sub interval IR is equal to 1 upon n. Okay, and it is for all r is equal to 1 2 up to n, so n sub intervals. And let us take xr is equal to r upon n. Okay, and it is belongs to the sub interval IR. Now consider the integration. Okay, now consider the integration. Okay, integration over 0 to 1 of the function x dx is equal to, by definition, limit as n tends to infinity. Okay, and it is summation over r runs from 1 to n of the function f of r upon n r upon n, okay, into 1 upon n. So just put the value of this function limit, okay, n tends to infinity summation of f of r upon n. My function is, see here, my function is f of x is equal to x, therefore f of r upon n is r upon n again, okay, into 1 upon n, and r runs from 1 to n, okay. Now let us go to the next step. In the next step we write limit n tends to infinity. So from this summation sign we take 1 upon n square outside, and inside the bracket summation r runs from 1 to n, okay, and it is equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 upon n square. But what is the value of this sum? The value of this sum I will write inside the bracket. It is sum of first n natural numbers, and that sum is nothing but n into bracket n plus 1 divided by 2, okay, sum of first n natural numbers, okay. It is equal to, now again let us take 1/2 constant outside of the limit, limit n tends to infinity, and I will write here. So what is left is 1 plus 1 upon n, okay, that is left. And finally what we get is it is equal to 1/2, and limit of this quantity is 1 plus 0. So finally we have 1/2. So finally the integration over 0 to 1 of the function x dx is equal to 1/2, okay, and this is the correct answer of this integration, and it is from the okay, from the above formula. So similarly we can find the value of, so let us take one homework for you, okay. Let us try to solve this question at home, okay. So let us try to solve this question at home, homework. Okay, homework. Evaluate question. Evaluate the value of integration over 0 to 1 of function x square dx, okay, of function x square dx. So it is very easy. Use use above formula which we have stated and try to solve the integration. So it is not necessary to give the hint, okay. So let us stop here. This is the end of our lecture, and thank you for paying attention. Thank you. We stop here, okay.